For the last lesson of Unit 7, we have two different special features that we use with percent, which is percent of change and simple interest form. So we'll start with percent of change. Okay. Which is a way to express an amount of change as a percent of the original amount. Okay. Percent of change is a way to express an amount of change as a percent of the original amount. So the actual formula is the amount of increase or decrease divided by the original amount. Now, how do you know if it's an increase or a decrease? Okay, so obviously if your amount is increasing, okay, your new amount would be higher than your original amount. So you would take your new amount and subtract the original amount to see how much it increased by. If it was a decrease, then that means your original amount would be more. So you would take your original amount and subtract the new amount. So we are going to determine if the situation is a percent increase or decrease, and calculate the percent of change rounding to the nearest hundredth. Show all work. So determine if the situation is a percent increase or decrease, calculate the percent of change, and round to the nearest hundredth with our work. So number 1, okay, the information you're simply going to be given is the original amount, and you're going to get the new amount. So for this problem, the original amount is $82, and the new amount is $74.50. Now, based on those two numbers, do we have an increase or a decrease? Okay, well, clearly the amount is going down, so we have a decrease. So when we have a decrease, we're going to take the original amount and subtract the new amount. So 82 minus 74.50, and we're going to divide, and you will always divide by the original amount. Okay, so we'll divide by 82. So first we go about simplifying. So 82 minus 74.50, which is 7.5. And then we divide that by 82. Now you're going to get a long decimal. Okay. Now what you're going to get like I said, is a very, very long decimal. But we want to know the percent of change, okay? This is not a percent. This is just a decimal version, excuse me, of this fraction. How do we change a decimal into a percent? Okay. What we end up doing is, in order to get this marked as a percent, just like you would do for your homework, you would either think about moving the decimal place 2 positions to the right, so that you can think about that as a percent. So if we move the decimal place 2 spots to the right while rounding to the 100th, we're going to get approximately 9.1. Now looking at that 4, does that 4 need to round up based on the 6? Yes. So 9.15%. And as we said, this was a decrease. So this problem is a decrease of 9.15%. Let's try number 2. So my original amount for this one is $295. And my new amount is $840. So clearly we have an increase. So I'm going to take my new amount and subtract my original amount. And again, you always divide by the original. So we simplify. 840 minus 295 is 545. And then we divide by 295 and we get 1.847457,627. Okay, again, lots of numbers. But again, this is not a percent. This is just simply the decimal of this fraction. So to make it a percent, we need to move the decimal 2 positions to the right. So we have 184.745. So is that 4 going to increase? Yes. So it's going to be 184.75% increase. Which makes sense if you think about the number. 295, it's almost increased 200% to get to 840. Okay, so try number 3. The original amount is $4.10, and the new amount is $2.80. Go ahead and try number 3.